Hey there again, everyone. Tom Funk here, and we're going to do another web tutorial for you today. And as you can see, our intro music is from Adam Main. I'd like to thank him for supplying the music. And this is part of the Tom Funk's Worldly Adventures YouTube channel. You can subscribe. Please do. Bottom right hand corner, click on the logo. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't hurt, doesn't leave a stain or a mark. You don't need to subscribe. I'll be posting these in various places like my Tom's Trail Tales, and I will also post this probably in, I know I will, like Michigan Hiking and Backpacking, Hiking Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and other hiking group pages out there. All right, thank you, Adam. And today we are going to visit. Let's go. There you go. Bye, Adam. There you go. All right, we are going to visit uh, the Michigan DNR reservation system. And why Michigan DNR reservation system? Well, as hikers and backpackers, we all love to camp. We also like to backpack, and there's a few state parks that require advanced backcountry reservations. You just can't show up at a lot of these places anymore. Um, and as an old fuddy duddy backpacker, that used to be the thing, man. We would just throw our crap in the car, head on out, and we would end up someplace and just go hiking. Well, there's a lot more people doing it today. So there we go. MichiganDNRreservations.com. Right there is the website. You do need to have an account in order to um, uh, use the website and make a reservation. So create an account and you'll sign in up here. I won't sign in today. You can surf around the site without logging in. So keep that in mind. That's what I'm going to do today. Of course, I have an account, but I don't want you to figure out my password when I click on the old keyboard. So, anyways, what can you do with this website? Well, you see right here, right on the homepage, and I will say this is a very easy to use website, and it has a ton of stuff that you can make reservations for. So please check this out. And I think we're now in the culture of making advanced reservations. There are some parks you can just still show up to, but I'm telling you, camping is so popular in Michigan, you'll want to make a reservation. So we have camping, we have lodging, which is going to be buildings, really. Some buildings with, their tent-like cabins, lodges, that kind of thing. If you have a boat, you can make a reservation at a harbor. This is, I believe, a new one. I don't remember seeing this one before, and this is a day use. So, for example, making a picnic shelter reservation. As a former state park concessionaire, I can tell you folks would constantly come in and ask me how to reserve a picnic shelter. And they would have to go to the park manager to make arrangements. And, half the time, good luck tracking that person down. And then there are, of course, some horse trails in Michigan as well. We're going to stick pretty much to the camping tab here. If I scroll down, you'll see there are um, some more information like changing a reservation, about your reservation, and heck, you can even purchase a gift card if you wanted to. So, all right, so let's go to the camping part and all locations, and we will hit enter. Well, actually, I'm going to do this. Of course, I got to tell it what day. Let's go all the way into, let's say, I'm going to go backpacking in the Porcupine Mountain Wilderness in June, and you pick your start date and your end date. How large is your party? I want to say two. All kind of equipment. There you go. Now you'll notice campsite, backcountry, safari tent. So when I'm at Porcupine Mountains, there you go, Porcupine Mountains. I have the backcountry option picked. You'll see that something disappeared there. All right. And it's making me do this again. Porcupine Mountains, Thursday, June 1st. This is what you need to do for a backcountry site. And you'll search. And what you do with backcountry sites, it's night by night. So since you're moving, you have to have a reservation per night. You can't do a range of dates like you would with camping. So if you're going to stay at a backcountry site more than one night, you need to go back in and tell it. and make a whole nother reservation for that backcountry site. So you have the map view. You can zoom in and see where the sites are. Of course, everybody listening plans ahead and they know where they're going to be camping. So you probably can go to the list view, but you can zoom in a little bit and you click on that little blue dot. Watch this. And voila, all the backcountry sites show up. Look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? There you go. You can zoom in, you see where they are, and kind of look at your map and make comparisons. And I love the originality of the names here: GP7, NML2. Yeah, I guess that's the state government for you. But I like looking at a list view to see what's available. And we'll get to this in a minute. You'll see these little cameras with a slash through it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you see on this particular date, it is available, and it will tell you if you can make reservations yet. So, they let you make reservations on the state park website up to 6 months in advance, and no more than that. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because people, when the further out they make reservations, the more likely they're going to cancel or want to move, and it's a big hassle on the state parks and cancel reservations and make new ones, especially when people have been looking for places to camp for months, and then all of a sudden somebody just decides to cancel. So they kind of make it tough on you. So you'll see some descriptions with these. Maximum capacity is 6. There's a fire pit, pet friendly, although I wouldn't bring a dog in the backcountry there. You kidding me? It's on the waterfront, things like that. So it tells you a little bit about these sites. So these are the names of the sites: LS4, LS5, so on and so forth. So you can see some of the details. A lot are going to be the same. And then you see there's an available date tab. Wow, check this out, a calendar. So you can go in here and you can see, and you see the exclamation points. Non-reservable, probably because it's still under 3 feet of snow. So if you can't reserve it, it won't let you, obviously. So here you go. You can see an availability calendar. And if you listen to my podcast on Tom's Trail Tales, the Michigan Trails Report, the weekly report I put out on my podcast, I will tell you the status of making reservations, because this will change quickly as soon as reservations open up. So keep that in mind. You'll want to make these reservations at 6 months out, and don't dilly dally and mess around and wait until it's too late. All right, so we're gonna get out of this. Here's where the fun starts with the old website here, and we're gonna click on this one, calendar view, which is, here you go, day by day, and this is really cool. Look at this. You can look at the individual sites. You can do a little drop down, tells you all about it. This is the best calendar, if you ask me. Go to the calendar function, tells you if it's available right across. There you go. And you click on next, and it'll bring you to the next part of the calendar, so on and so forth. So this is an awesome tool in order to make your reservations. Tons of information, tons of parameters for you to look at. Like I said, this is a very good reservation website, and in a previous and current part of my life, let's just say I'm intimately familiar with reservation systems, and this is a good one. So let's go back. Are you sure you want to switch? Sure, why not? There we go. So there you go. You can look at the whole state. You can, here you go. I love the list view. Let's go to Southern Michigan. Let's see what's available. Right here you go. So we are still in the backcountry, and there are backcountry sites at Island Lake. It's the only backcountry sites in the Lower Peninsula. All right, so you've got backcountry, you got campsite, you got tents. We can look at campsites. Let's look at this. Let's go to my favorite state park, which is Tequamanon Falls. I think I have camped there more than any other state parks. I think I've camped there more than all the others combined. So let's look here. Let's keep in mind it's not going to let us reserve because we're more than 6 months out. But let's go when the weather's a little better. Let's say the 12th through the 18th. There we go. So I got my campsite, Tequamanon Falls, my dates, how many nights, my party size. Here's what you need to do here is what kind of equipment, because at these campgrounds, there's campsites that can't take an RV that's over 50 feet long. Although you may try, I wouldn't do it. So you have an option here to tell it what you want. So of course, tents is going to get you pretty much everything. And then let's hit search, see what happens. And bam. Oh, look at that. 4 different campgrounds at Tequamanon Falls. Let's go to Rivermouth. We'll go to Rivermouth Pines and click there. And boing, here we go. Now, let's see if these load up. See these little thumbnails right here? This is so cool, you guys. You can actually see what your campsite looks like. How awesome is that? That is so cool. You can see this one's right on the Tequamanon River. And again, it'll tell you how much. It'll tell you, available dates. Tell you the details of the site, and then you can click on reserve. And oh, look at that! You gotta wait till January 12th. But if you are able to reserve, it will bring you over to the reservation site, which we'll visit here in just a second. All right, so this is the Rivermouth Campground. They all have photos. You can view more. You can kind of, look for the nicest looking site based on what your equipment needs are. Look at that. Isn't that an awesome site? I've camped at these many times. All right, so let's go to Tequamanon, but let's talk. We gotta go to a different park. We have to go to is Tequamanon year round? I think it is. Hold on a second. There is a few state parks where you can camp year round in Michigan. I thought that Tequamanon is one of them. Yeah, they have some sites available at Hemlock. I have camped there in the winter. I've camped there all 4 seasons. I did mention that Tequamanon is the park I have camped the most at. So here, it's funny. They should have these covered in snow, but here they are. Here are the sites right here. So at the Lower Falls Hemlock, these are the campsites that are available throughout the winter. So let's go and check out this one. Check out details. There we go. Let's check out the image. Sure, looks like a nice place to plunk down a tent in the middle of winter. Let's go to reserve. All right, and it's gonna say, "Hey, you're not logged in." Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Acknowledge. Here you go. So, review reservation details. This will tell you everything you need to know. Please read this stuff because it's going to make you do this. Because I can tell you stories about, the time that somebody showed up at Fort Custer Recreation Area and they did not have a reservation because they made the reservation for Fort Wilkins, which is in Keweenaw County, 600 miles away. So make sure this stuff is correct. And it tells you what you need to know, dump stations, everything else. So then confirm reservation details. And then it goes into your shopping cart. I think you guys know what to do from here. So then you proceed to check out. So, and of course, they are going to collect a reservation fee since this is a third-party website doing business with the DNR. All right. So how's that look to you guys? Pretty easy, if you ask me. What I recommend you do is go in like now and monkey around in this website. Don't wait until somebody's breathing down your neck. We got to make reservations right now. Go in there now, and you saw there's an alert you can sign up for. Get familiar with this. I think it's relatively easy to use and self-explanatory. But again, there's nothing worse than going in and telling it Fort Wilkins when you really meant Fort Custer and not having a reservation when you show up. All right. So Michigan, MIDNRreservations.com. This is the Michigan Department of Natural Resources reservation system. And there you go. I think that is pretty much all I need to show you in here. But let's see what else we can find real quick here. And I think that's it. Oh, there's your phone number. Call the park. They're very friendly there. You ask them questions if you need to. So again, MichiganDNRreservations.com. And check it out. It's a wonderful resource in order to make your reservations. And thank you for joining me today. And make sure to subscribe. Go down here, bottom right, click on the logo. Remember, it doesn't hurt. Nothing stings. There's no marks left behind. It ain't going to kill you to subscribe. Lots of people looking at my videos. Not many subscribers, so please subscribe. And with that, if you have any recommendations for future tutorials, send me a line. Put a note in the comments and say, hey, I'd like you to do one on this or that or the other thing, and I'll see what I can do. And again, I want to thank my friend Adam, who has been playing in the background. Thanks, Adam. And we'll see you guys later. This is Tom Funk for Tom Funk's Worldly Adventures and Tom's Trail Tales. Thanks a lot. See you later.